Hey, this is Piche, and welcome to Marketing 101 for Quality Tenants. Now, for those of you that know me, you know that I love internet marketing and how it can transform your business. So I'm really pumped to give you some of my best tips. And the best part is, these marketing tips work for any business. It's universal. So if you have another business or if you want to apply these tips and tricks to attracting joint venture partners or something, you're in for a treat. So before I get into the presentation, I want to ask you something. Have you ever had a bad tenant before? It can totally suck, right? The fear of getting a bad tenant is so strong among investors, and especially aspiring investors, that it stops them from ever buying that next or first property. Well, I'm going to show you ways to reduce your stress of getting bad tenants because you're going to learn some great marketing attraction tips that will pull quality tenants to you. Setting up your business this way will give you more time to work on your business rather than in your business. Now, do you understand what I mean by that? See, too many investors and entrepreneurs in general are spending most of their time working in their businesses putting out fires. They're chasing tenants down for rent payments, they're fixing toilets on their spare time, and so on. Now, a lot of these problems can be avoided by using good systems like the one I'm going to show you, or someone else should be dealing with them should something like this come up. Now, here's what I mean by working on your business. Now, if you're watching this video, I'm going to assume that you're a real estate investor or someone that's interested in owning rental properties, right? Now, what do you think should be your main focus as a real estate investor? 1. Finding good deals, and 2. Finding money to buy those good deals. That should take up 80% of your time. Have you ever heard of the 80-20 rule? 80% of your time should be spent on things that make you money and move you forward, and 20% of your time should be spent managing your business. Finding properties and joint venture partners are the things that make you money as an investor. So that should be your main focus. But we're not seeing that, are we? Most people have the 80-20 rule completely backwards. So what do you think the biggest mistake investors make when it comes to marketing for tenants? Now think about that for a second. Here's what I'm noticing. They're not specializing in a specific niche. If you don't specialize in a specific niche and know exactly who your ideal customer is, how can you market to that specific individual? You can't. Now, if you haven't yet figured out which real estate niche is right for you, feel free to get in touch with me. This is the kind of deep work I work on with clients and partners. But basically, figure out which type of tenant you would like to have. It could be young couples ages 20 to 25, an established family ages 30 to 40, or single people ages 20 to 30. Once you figure out which type of tenant you like to have, that dictates which properties you should be buying. See what I mean? There's a lot more work that goes into finding the perfect niche for you, but that's a quick version. Like I said, this is the kind of work I do with clients and partners in more detail. Now, the second major mistake investors make is once they find out who their ideal tenant is, which is only half the battle, is not speaking their language when they're advertising on Kijiji, Facebook, or other websites. Now, I'll let you in on a little secret. The real secret to advertising effectively is to make your message so specific and targeted that it only attracts a specific person and completely pushes away everyone else. Totally different than what we're seeing out there, isn't it? And that's because everyone is marketing like it's still 1995. Those strategies don't work anymore, guys. It's 2015. Market in the age we live in. A great quote from Gary Vaynerchuk, who's an online marketing genius. See, everyone still thinks that they need to get their message, product, or service out to as many people as possible, increasing the odds of responses, right? Now, logically, that makes sense, which is why so many people are still doing this type of marketing, which is called shotgun marketing. But it's so wrong. It doesn't work in 2015. Think of it this way. We are getting bombarded by advertising every second nowadays. On Facebook, the beginning of YouTube videos, our emails, and everywhere you walk outside with billboards, buses, bus stop ads, and so on. We're being hit with so much shit every day, it doesn't even faze us anymore. We've just become used to it. That's why it's so important that your message completely hits home to a specific person. Your message has to cut through all the bullshit out there and tug at someone's emotions. And that's what I'm going to show you now. Now, this is called an empathy map. This is a high-end marketing tool that big businesses like Google, Facebook, and Apple use to get inside their ideal customer's head. Now you can download this on the first link below this video so you can follow along with me. Just pause the video if you have to. Now, once you get inside your ideal customer's head, you can really target your message to them. So once you have an idea of who your tenant is, play around with this map and just have fun with it. How do they think and feel in their everyday life? Brainstorm and write as much as you can down. What do they hear on a regular basis? What do they say and do? And just keep going. But what's really important to focus on is the pain and the gain. Now, why do you think this is so important to nail down? Well, it's scientifically proven that humans will do anything to avoid pain and gain pleasure. This is why it's so important that when you market, you need to be hitting that pain really hard and showing the gain they will receive with your product, or in this case, your property. So for example, I know my ideal tenant, a family with 2 kids, mom and dad, the cat and the dog, and so on, hate living in busy neighborhoods like downtown. They want to live in mature, quiet neighborhoods where their kids can feel safe to play outside. They also want to be super close to schools, amenities, and highway access. So when I market my properties on Kijiji, I'm totally hitting these emotional triggers as much as I can. In fact, I'm going to show you a real life example of a rental ad I recently put out for one of my properties that I got rented in less than a week. And this strategy has worked way more than once. Now again, you can download this on the second link below this video so you can follow along with me and keep for your future reference. So let's take a quick look at the title. Newly renovated large semi in desirable Forest Heights. Sounds pretty captivating already, doesn't it? Let's take a look at the actual ad. Sleep in on the weekends in your huge master bedroom and wake up slowly to all the natural light that this home provides. Now, why do you think I underlined wake up slowly to all of the natural light? Because I know that my tenants are both parents who work really hard at work and at home taking care of their family. So when they wake up slowly, I'm totally hitting a pleasure trigger in them. Now this trigger might flow right over a single 25-year-old's head because it doesn't resonate with them. And that's what I want. I don't want the 25-year-olds calling me. I want the 30 to 35-year-olds with kids calling me. See what I mean? Okay, let's move on. The open concept layout is perfect to have friends over and to raise your family in. You'll be able to relax in your new modern home and watch your kids play in your massive backyard. Again, I'm hitting the emotional triggers. And then I say, you're going to be close to schools, parks, amenities, and highway access. Everything you need to call home for your family is here. Now to my ideal tenant, being close to schools, amenities, and highway access is super important. So you can see how I captivated my ideal audience right away. See, the mistake a lot of investors and property managers make when they market their rental ads is that they put the features right away. They say things like, new stove, new washer and dryer, new laminate floors throughout, and then they talk about the property. That's so wrong. When you write your ads, or market period, always list the benefits first and the features later. So let's quickly recap what you've learned here. Before you can market and even invest in real estate, you need to know who your ideal tenant is. Again, knowing this is a whole course on its own, and if you need some coaching on this, just feel free to contact me. Number 2, once you know who your ideal tenant is, you need to speak their language. Remember, get inside their head and speak to their emotional triggers. And 3, list the benefits or the gains first, then list the features. Now for more detail on how to invest in real estate like a pro, feel free to visit my website at kwpropertypro.com and get a free copy of my 2 books. And I've also got other webinars like this and a ton of other video tips on there for you to watch. If you have any questions or want some one-on-one coaching, just contact me. You have my email.